George W. Bush does it again. He slips up and admits something big. Now, George W. Bush, he was doing an interview with Matt Lauer, and he was talking about Donald Trump's presidency. And he gave his take on the current commander-in-chief's first month in office. He addressed Trump's attack on the media, his controversial immigration policy, and the Russian hacking scandal. And while he was talking about the media. He said, "We need an independent media to hold people like me to account." This is what he said to Matt Lauer. But we have to remember back that the media really did not hold him accountable. Remember all the fake news about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq? Well, the media never held him accountable when it was a complete lie. They just kind of glossed over it and never mentioned it again. Bush was asked about the media's role in light of President Trump's recent characterization of the media, when he said the media is enemies of America. But actually, I think what he said is fake news was the enemy of America. Trump said he noted he spent a lot of time during his 2 terms trying to convince Russian President Putin to embrace an independent press. And then he said, it's kind of hard to tell others to have an independent press when we're not willing to have one ourselves. Now, listen to the clip. You can hear him say this.
For the media to call to account people who abuse their power, whether it be here or elsewhere. One of the things I spent a lot of time doing was trying to convince a person like Vladimir Putin, for example, to accept the notion of an independent press.
Right.
And it's kind of hard to tell others to have an independent free press when we're not willing to have one ourselves.
You mentioned Vladimir Putin, so many questions about the contacts.
So we can see that basically what he is saying is that we do not have an independent free press. And of course, we all know this. We know that the corporate media is controlled by 5 or 6 different corporations, probably going to be slimmed down to maybe 2 or 3 in the future. We know across America, they read from the same script. We've seen it many times on Conan O'Brien and many other outlets. You can just go to YouTube and type that in. You can find it, and you'll see that they say the exact same thing. We can see that the corporate media omits certain facts to spin the entire story. And right now, the media is controlled. And George W. Bush just slipped up and admitted it. Now, you can hear more of all of this in the full report, which is on the X22 Report YouTube channel. And those reports are Monday through Friday, one on Sunday, and they're between 6 and 7 Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to listen to incredible interviews, you can go to the X22 Report Spotlight YouTube channel, where you can hear interviews with Cliff High. You can hear interviews with David Morgan. You can hear interviews with Michael Snyder. You can hear interviews with David Stockman, Jim Rickards. So head on over to the X22 Report Spotlight YouTube channel, and you can hear all the interviews there.